Good morning, everyone. Thank you so very much for staying with us here on CVM and Sunrise. And to all our viewers on YouTube, everybody on Instagram, yes, everybody on Facebook, good morning to you. Thank you so much for always choosing us. Everybody who is out on the road right now, you know, getting ready to leave out, we're enjoying the last, Dennis, of what is not so traffic. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I drove out yesterday evening and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
It had done.
Yeah. But you know what? We got to take time with ourselves. And this morning, we're going to take time. So good morning and thank you again for choosing us. And we all know the classic advice from parents, go take up your book, okay?
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes.
But in today's digital age, just because kids are on their phones or tablets doesn't mean that they're not being productive. This morning, we'll be learning how technology can actually supercharge productivity for our students. Founder and CEO of Kinematix. Yeah, it's on a Kinematix, yes. Studios. Kavouhn Lewars-Smith joins us to share some fantastic tips and strategies for using technology to stay organized and boost productivity as the new school year approaches. Welcome, Kavouhn. How are you?
Morning.
Lovely. Well, I'm happy to have you on now, and I'm quite sure that the teenagers are saying thank you, Kavouhn, because when mommy sees this, she can actually know that I'm actually doing work. But we want to know as parents, Kavouhn, how do we know that our children are being safe and productive on their devices?
Okay, so I know a lot of parents, as soon as they hear technology, they think that it's going to rot your children's brain and there's no good use for technology once it comes down to school. But today I'm going to go over a few different apps and technology that we can use to actually ensure that we're being productive and managing our time wisely.
All right. So which apps are the ones that are happening?
All right. So the first one now we're talking about, so we're going to do some task management apps. So we have Microsoft To Do, Google Calendar, and Asana. So these are task management apps that can help you keep track of the tasks you have for today.
Okay.
So Microsoft To Do has actually changed the way how I live day to day because I put all of my tasks on the app and you can tick it off as you go along.
Nice.
And you can have the task subdivided. So say you have a project to do, you can create the project as a task and then create subdivisions under that. And as you go through the day, you can tick it off and tell me that this right here is not the most satisfying sound.
Oh, wow. Done.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes, done. Nice. And so what else do we have that we should make sure that's on the children's phone?
In terms of the organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have time management apps. So like on your phone, if you have an iPhone, it's built in, it's called Screen Time. If you have an Android phone, it's built in, it's called Digital Wellbeing.
Okay.
So these apps can track the screen time. It can track exactly how long you use apps on your phone, the type of apps you're using, if it's for entertainment, if it's for social, if it's for work, whatever it is, you can track that by using these. But more importantly, as a parent, you can set app limits. So if you feel like your child is spending too much time on social media, you can limit the amount of time that they spend on social media with the app limits in either screen time or digital well-being if you're using an Android phone. And you can also use downtime. So if you're personally, you know within yourself that you're using Instagram too much or you're using
TikTok,
Facebook too much, you can set a downtime on it that every time after 5 p.m. your phone will lock you out of the app and you have to type back in your passcode to get into it.
Ah, okay. Dennis, as a parent, will you want to have an app on your child's phone linked to my phone so I can actually kind of see what's going on? Is that possible?
It is. Google has a platform that you can do with that. I observe very meticulously everything that Jackson does on his tablet. He hasn't, of course, he doesn't know how I know, but like I'll ask him, so what are you watching? And he'll try to explain things, and I'm like, I already know what he's watching, because I think parents absolutely must be monitoring what their children are doing. I believe in giving them the device. I'm not one of those parents who say, oh, take away the device from them, but I'm determined to make the device productive.
So what do you watch it on? What do you monitor?
On my device.
Okay, so how he does do that?
Yeah, because you have it, you have the things, you have the platform you can go on, you can know what he's watching right now, you can know where he is right now, you can know all of those things. But, you know, all of those things are very much there. But Kavouhn, are there apps that right now that are popular for like students to improve performance? I mean, and I'm not talking ChatGPT, but I know with the explosion of AI, now AI is able to make us more productive. How can we possibly spin that for our children to get better grades? Okay, so that's perfect. I was about to jump into educational tools and resources. So I'm going to talk about two today. One is Khan Academy. I know kids nowadays, if you hear Khan Academy, you are breathing a breath of relief, because that man has saved me so much time going to my chemistry exam. He's an instructor on YouTube, but he came out with an app. So you can go on the app, it's free of use, Khan Academy, it's free of use. You can go on the app, you can download it, you can go to courses from middle school biology to high school algebra. There's a host of different courses you can do on it. So your child might be on the phone, but they can be learning. And we have Duolingo. I don't know if you know Duolingo.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm doing French,
what's your longest
Spanish.
streak on Duolingo?
Yeah, Duolingo is the boss.
What's your longest streak on Duolingo, Miss Kitty?
My streak, I'm like 625. Or, yeah, like 600 yeah. 25. Okay. We got Diamond League already and them thing there. My thing up,
so you know about it then?
Yeah.
I'm approaching 980 days.
Yeah. My husband is doing 24 languages on it, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Hungarian and all
for those who don't know about Duolingo, so Duolingo is a language learning app. If you want to learn a new language by being mildly threatened by a cartoon bird, then this is the perfect platform for you. Because if you forget to do courses, that bird is
yeah, my
my
godson Rashad Brown, who attends Woolman's Boys School, by the way, high for boys, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he introduced me. I saw him doing Japanese. So I said, Rashad, what's that you're doing? And he says, oh, auntie, it's Duolingo. It's a language. I'm like, please download it on my phone. And he downloaded it. But let me just ask you quickly, Kavouhn, before we run. I know that there are many parents, or some parents, who may have special needs children. Are there any apps for them to help them to cope, and teach them as well? Because obviously they can't learn in the quote-unquote traditional way or conventional way. Are there any apps that parents can use or can introduce to their children to help them to learn as well?
Okay, so I'm not sure particularly about the apps, but I know learning online now in an environment that is less stimulating, because in a classroom you have 30 plus kids, you have the teacher that have to be rushing down a curriculum, have to be rushing through the curriculum to get everything taught in a specific time. But if your child has special needs, I think online schooling or doing courses that are video courses that you can digest as you want, so it's not in a classroom getting bombarded with all the simulation around you. I think that is a better option you can look into, where you do online courses or you get certifications online that might suit your child's learning style a little more.
And many of the apps are tailored in such a way that is, because some of the special needs people have particular ways that they need to learn.
Yeah.
And so the apps are already designed to suit their way of learning rather than a one-size-fits-all.
Nice.
So it works.
Well, Kavouhn, thank you so very much. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for sharing. All right, Kavouhn Lewars-Smith, founder and CEO of Kinematix Studio. After the break, we have another doctor. We have a doctor in the house, rather, and at this time, we're going to have our checkup. So stay right here, because we'll be right back.